Aló, hemos vuelto. Vale, estoy intentando algunas pociones mientras se cayó el internet. Tienen expertos. La comida cruel las ver oferta tarda un 50% más en estropearse. Al preparar pócimas, mi energía se repondrá poco a poco y mi saciedad no se reducirá. Por cada efecto de pócima, por cada efecto activo al mismo tiempo, mi vital aumenta en uno. Puedo envenenar los más flechas con una sola dosis de veneno y perdurarán mi arma durante más golpes. Por cada efecto de pócima o alcohol activo al mismo tiempo, mi vitalidad aumenta en uno. Ya casi es hora de mimir. Es full ratero. A ver, a ver, a ver, a ver.
I'm with you.
Qué verga si se me va saliendo hasta ahora. Están todos dormidos. Ah, espérate, yo no tengo esta llave pues. ¿Qué acaba de pasar? No, rea. A ver, esto es fácil de hacerse. La verga. Vale, está en este cofre, pero... Ah, no, si es la misma entrada. Tan huevón yo que me metí por allá. Él dijo que la llave cayó debajo de la cama. Estas llaves.
The offer of Hermes Trismegistos. That's Krazel's document.
¿Esto a dónde lleva? Pero si no hay nada.
Go!
Quiero ver si el cucho este está cao. Definitivamente desapareció, se murió. Están acá, deben estar arriba. Las Marushka. Marushka, la otra hermana no sé dónde está. Olina. Ay, el cucho este no está.
Damn it! That door's supposed to be closed.
Está buscando. Mierda.
Now, why is this open?
Ya tengo que sacarles de aquí.
Why is it unlocked?
Ay, que me pilla.
Why is this open? There's nobody here.
Cerra pues.
Huh?
No hay nada. El cofre ahí, hueputa. Pues este marica no está. No sé qué se hizo. Desapareció. ¿Será que si voy al cementerio lo veo? ¿Para dónde iba el puto jornalero, weón? Había quedado dormido ahí en la puta afuera y justo le va por entrar cuando estoy allá metido. Extraña lista de materias primas para el molinero. Saqué la ballesta, ¿no? De hecho, sí, ¿yo para qué quiero guardar esto? Me robé un hacha y un abrigo de mierda. Aquí no se puede leer. ¿Qué? El distinguido Hermes Trismegistos ofrezco un intercambio a través de mis agentes, varios alumbres. Vitrido, vitriolo blanco, vitriolo verde. The fuck. Ni puta idea qué es eso.
Ka! Ka! Quick! Ka! Slowly. Nice and slow.
Eran rateros.
Ka!
Me dijo que durmiera arriba, ¿no? Al tercer piso. What? ¿Y dónde voy a dormir si esta es mi puta cama? ¿Por qué mierda está esta aquí? Va a robar de apuesto. A la verga. Mejor lolcito. Mejor nada. Qué mierda, porque esta pendeja me quitó mi cama. Voy a dormir acá abajo entonces. Creo que esta es la cama de ella, piro. Nah. mucha mierda en el inventario. Cogí ajenjo, beleño. Ni modo, a mí mira aquí como pendejo.
Get out of my sight!
Que la verga. De mierda duermo si esta pendeja me quitó mi cama. Y no la puedo despertar, creo.
Greetings, Henry.
Here, Mutt.
Buen perro. Mandero cara de chimba vení.
To you, friend. You silly doggy.
¿Le puedo vender esas cosas? Sí. Chillo de cubertería, qué verga. Billete oxidados. Tenedor.
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
I even managed to get my hands on the key to the chest with the confiscated things.
Very good. Give that to me, too.
Well, I thought it might come in handy.
Come on. Give it here.
Fine. Here it is. Judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in alchemy here at the mill.
That's not a bad guess. But don't forget about astrology, theurgy, transmutation, and a smidgen of demonology. Although that's something anyone with a grain of sense should avoid. Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes, of course.
What now?
That much? Gonna need more.
Me va a mandar a buscar cosas, ¿cierto?
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry. I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semin.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
¿Qué?
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Not at all. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me. The fire of the Creator is within me. But you'll have to wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough. I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. You guessed it. It's nothing less than high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I suppose. You are my apprentice, after all. You deserve to know what all of this is leading to. Now, pay close attention. I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret alchemical practices and
Verga.
theurgy, bring him to life.
Está todo fumado este cucho.
A golem? What's that?
A golem is a helper brought to life using divine words. A living statue endowed with massive strength. It can be made of clay, wood, stone, basically anything. I'll make one out of flour. Studying the Jewish Kabbals taught me a practice known as Maseh Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
My word. That sounds incredible. I have to see it.
So far, it's just all in my head. But if you're patient and help me, you'll see soon enough. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great Holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees. All the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say,
Yo sí los
made of
quemaron.
flour. For the good of mankind.
Exactly.
And what about the good of me? You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now, I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller
Pedazo de
Crazel was
codo.
a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work, there's plenty.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
This has something to do with that alchemy of yours, eh? I don't know much about that stuff.
Nitra is saltpeter. White crystals similar to salt.
And what needs salting here in the mill? Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for young Semming?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look. That you can point me in the right direction. And also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So this Bonnie is some kind of witch who's in on this golem stuff.
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. You don't want that.
¿Y si me enveneno?
Don't be such a lily liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself.
Bueno.
You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
How can I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it.
No entendí ni verga, ya me perdí.
Oh, don't forget. You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnek, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Run along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair. You seem like a reasonably educated man, Crazel.
Where are you going with this?
Well, I reckon you know some interesting and useful things. If you share them with me, it'll make it easier to endure all that bullshit you spew.
I'm glad you know what you're getting yourself into. Are you interested in the theory of light, kinetics, or vacuums?
That's a bit too fast for me. What I need is the basics.
I have no time for the basics.
Well, I'll be happy to give you some groschen for your troubles.
All right, but don't forget, this will take some time. Throw in a few coins and I'll teach you whatever you want.
Me interesa
Talk
todo.
about alchemy like a book. I reckon you could teach me something about brewing potions.
We've been through a lot together, so I'm sure you know that alchemy is a noble and serious science. Let's start with the importance of the ratio of ingredients and the proportion of substances, because every potion is different. Let's get to work.
I'd like to learn...
Well, you know how things work around here. All right, but don't forget, throw in a few coins and I'll teach you what...
Latrocino. El sigilo realmente me
I'd like to know how to pry open a lock properly. Or how to go through someone's purse without being noticed.
I see. I see. The combination of restraint and the mechanics of general acquisition of property. That seems... Let's get to work. You silly doggy.
Chucho. A ver, nivel principal. A la verga, un montón de cosas. En combate soy mucho más resistente que un mero mortal. Mi armadura aumenta 10 puntos en todo momento. Exclusivo de belicista. Mientras no mate a nadie, mis habilidades fuera de combate aumentarán en 2 y mi oratoria en 3. si, mat si mato a alguien, mis habilidades fuera de combate. Pero la verdad que decir si no mato a nadie durante las 12 horas, durante 12 horas de juego. Tras terminar una pelea consigo una bonificación de mato en mis habilidades de fuerza, agilidad y combate. El efecto dura 6 horas de juego. Para renovarlo de volver a entrar en combate. Las marcas de criminal. Persuasión, impresión y presencia. Arma pesada, tiro y escolástica. Esgrima, artesanía y supervivencia. $30 después de... Nah. Ciudades aldeanas y las zonas circundantes. Esgrima, artes exclusivo. Ah. Mi armadura aumenta en 10. Sangre de Sigfrido. Sanidad y supervivencia. Esgrima. Arma pesada, tiro y escolástica. El héroe de Martín es mejor. Bondadoso. Esgrima, artesanía y supervivencia. Arma pesada, tiro y escolástica. Meh. Cuando lucho con un arma de una mano nada más, mis ataques infligen 10% más de daño. Si me buscan por un delito, consigo bonificaciones de más 3 en fuerza, arte de guerra y uno en agilidad. No es fácil vender objetos robados a los comerciantes. También puede reconocer objetos robados, se pueden vender con seguridad. Puedo llegar a ser la mano de sigiloso al forzar cerraduras y robar bolsillos de lejos. Nadie se percatará de nada. Si no llevo armadura muy pesada, puedo hacer una finta con mi cuerpo y confundir al llevar. Si golpeo a alguien que no sabe mi presencia con arma a distancia, el objetivo sufrirá una desventaja de habilidad en combate. Cuando alguien no logre dar conmigo, tardará algo menos de rendirse y abandonar la búsqueda. Si me persiguen por algún crimen. Manos rápidas, ¿qué va? Pacifista. Las marcas de criminal desaparecen 25% más rápido. La cicatriz me permite vender botín robado un 10% más caro. Se vuelve más imponente. Me vuelve más imponente. Me otorga una única de más de coerción. Nah. No sé qué poner. Vamos a poner la sangre de Siegfried. Listo. El aspecto del caballo cambia después de desbloquear la habilidad. Podría estar bueno eso. What?
What was that noise? Woodcutters?
What the fuck? Epa, epa. Era por acá. Aquí están. Ah, pero no le puedo dar estas matas. Tengo que conseguir otra. Por aquí ven a ver. Salve, le voy a dar salvia.
Yeah, that's the 100th time you've asked today.
What do you think? Would he like to come here to us?
Don't you think we already took more from them than they expected?
I suppose.
May God grant you good health.
God be with you. God be with you, sir.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
El lobo de Scalish.
The Wolf of Skalitz.
Well, it's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I've got something here.
My word, that's exactly what I need. The ingredients
What
for
the
the
fuck?
magic ritual.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zenek finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
Es un despropósito.
I'm curious to see what a golem made of flour will look like, but I'm mostly curious to see if Crazel will really be able to breathe life into it with the help of saltpeter.
I'm more worried that as soon as it comes to life, it'll slay us all with one blow. So, if by some chance it looks like something's going wrong, you won't see my heels for dust. And I suggest you do the same. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zeneg in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zeneg and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
Pertenecía a Teresa.
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, I'll be... That's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
Herreros.
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn and patient. That is, with one exception. When Crazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
I don't think I've ever met anyone more annoying in my life. Most of the time, I don't even understand what he's on about.
Once he told me there's no such thing in the world as a man and a woman. Only mercury and sulfur. What are you supposed to say to that? Best to keep your mouth shut. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zeneg fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case, you know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6
¿Qué?
times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
Certainly. You take a damp wall, like in a sty, you let the water evaporate from it, and you get this salty bloom.
That's right. But like I told you, all the sty walls in the region are scraped clean and we can't wait. Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave, the best natural saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
The local gravedigger?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the knacker.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Pues sí lo
Seems like
conozco.
it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun. And pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, the Wolf of Scarlets.
I'd like you to teach me something.
Yeah, all right. But it will cost you. And what would you like?
Oh.
Right, I know what a lockpick is, but I'm still not very good at using them.
All right, I'll show you something. But you need time for it.
El de sigilo no.
I'd like to learn.
And what would...
Tell me the
Alquimia.
best.
All right, I'll show you something. You silly doggy.
Why do you work for the miller?
Because he pays well and don't care how much coin I make on the side.
You mean by stealing?
And he doesn't ask any stupid questions.
What did you do before?
I got by any way I could. Believe it or not, I started in a convent.
You? A nun? Well, why not? I was in the cloisters myself for a while.
Oh well, different people have different fates. But we all ended up here anyway, in the armpit of the world.
What do you know about the Troskovitz gravedigger?
He's a pretty tough old bird. He follows the rule, I'll treat you the way you treat me. And he appreciates when a fella's direct and open. But I probably wouldn't tell him everything about us.
So, Bonnie, the most honest girl I know, sent me. I'd like to see some dead animals as models for painting a church fresco. A scene from the apocalypse.
That might be a bit much. But you learn fast.
Tell me something more about Zinnek.
He's Andy, that's for sure. But also a bit of a fool. To be honest, I don't care for Krazel's bullshit most of the time either. I do this job because it's fun. Unlike Zinnek. He does everything for his own good, doesn't give a damn about any greater cause or other people. Actually, he really pisses me off with his attitude. And he entertains himself by coming up with the stupidest nicknames for me. Dunga, for instance. What kind of a bloody awful name is Dunga?
Oh, lovely. And what does he call himself?
Scruffy. Or Jan, Nicholas, Franz, Peter, Jakub. The most bland, everyday names. He tries to be careful, but then he opens his big mouth and fucks it all up, just like in Troskowitz.
La verga.
What is this lair place?
Krazel built a store so all them honest, curious people in the mill, the likes of Hensel, wouldn't have to worry their little heads about what we're doing here.
You mean behind that boarded up door in the cliff?
We're definitely not doing anything there right now, because of the mess in there. I told Zinnek to clean it up. I think he wants to see if the place will get so rotten that saltpeter will bloom on the walls.
Greetings.
Greetings
Okay.
to you.
You silly mutt.
I hate sweeping.
Go!
Quiero ir aquí al barbero. Ah, ya entendí lo que es PDI. Puntos de interés. Qué pendejo.
Quick!
Goodbye. The trip will go by.
Go!
Uy, ese tipo.
Henry, isn't it? It is. Henry!
What are you doing here?
I'm roaming the countryside, here and there. You know how it is. But tell me, what have you been up to?
Well, I'm muddling through. It's not always been easy, but I'm still standing for now.
Some days are better than others.
Tell me about yourself. Have you come across anything interesting?
Try asking around at that nomad camp, up there in the rocks. I heard a woman there was looking for a blacksmith. A ranker or something like that.
Wouldn't you know what she wants?
No, and I don't really care. These nomads are none of my business.
Tell me more. What else have you seen?
That's enough. You should go and explore the world for yourself. And if we meet again, I'll gladly tell you more. I'll be seeing you, Henry. Farewell. What is it? Are you whistling just for fun?
Aranco está buscando un herrero. Va.
That's really kind of you. The old man's too proud.
Where are you heading, laddie?
Just to Zhelyov. Why?
Well, just don't head straight down the hill here. Go around instead. It's a bit further, but at least you'll avoid that bloody barn.
What barn?
There's an old abandoned barn not far from here. Some vagabond has camped there. On the booze from morning till night. Right nuisance he is. I've tried to have a word, but the bastard came at me with an axe. That's why I warn passers-by, so they don't come to no harm. God only knows what that bloke might do.
Thanks. I'll keep it in mind.
No entendí dónde dijo que era. Borracho errante. ¿Será este?
Go!
Ah, sí, aquí.
What's that sound?
What do you want here?
No le puedo.
What do you want here?
You're not allowed here. Get moving. Come on now, you've no business here. Out.
What's that you're taking away, you thief?
Pedigüeño. No, dormir no. Ay, la mierda. ¿Para qué tenía llaves este tipo? Si aquí no hay nada, aquí no hay cofre. Este tenía algo oculto por aquí. Uy, gonorrea, guadaña. Ni idea. No hay encontré nada. Vámonos. ¿Verdad que yo tengo esto? Ay, todavía parece robado.
This horse must have cost a pretty groschen.
Ya aparecen aquí otra vez. Ya, a esto le robé las cosas. Quiero ir al barbero. Ah, era esta cosa.
Seems you've lost a bit of blood. Or is it the other blokes?
A cut and a shave, please.
Pelo polaco, este está bueno. Arrebatador. Efecto apurado. Pelucilla. Varios días. Bigote sofisticado. Aventurero. Perilla. Uy, la perilla está buena. Ah, qué nave. Enterado. Vasallo. Burgués. Barba arreglada. Esta también está buena. Barba de noble. La perilla está buena. La perilla está buena. Girar la testa. Es que este se ve muy mayor. Este se ve la cara como muy grande. Este se ve muy mayor. Este no sé, no me termina de convencer. También está bueno. Este se ve muy de disparado. La perilla está buena. Así.
I like how this turned out, and I hope you feel as...
God!
La mierda, todo lo que se ha demorado esta silla para parecer que no fue robada. Es esta ventaja. Recién peinado. Carisma aumenta temporalmente en 2. Ok.
Go!
Pray for a quick death, you bastard! Fuck this! I'm not getting myself killed!
Ah, qué pobre tonto, mataron acá.
What's that you got?
Herraduras de caballero. Silla de soldado. Sombrero bohemio, abrigo corriente. Túnica.
Quick!
Ay, gonorrea, ¿y esta quién es? ¡Ay, es Pablina! ¡No!
Christ. That's Pavlena. I hope her revenge was worth it to her.
¿Qué verga pasó, weón? No puedo bajarla de ahí. No, mierda. Ay. Esta hueca no le puedo ver los calzones. Ay, marica, ¿cómo así? Ay, no. Esta túnica estaba de la verga. Creí que iba a estar mejor. El sombrero también creí que iba a verse mejor. No, marica, ¿qué pasó? O sea que mataron al cucho de allí y se suicidaron las dos. Mira mi web. Ah, qué gonorrea. No, no me gustó nada este final. O sea, el final de ellas dos, marica.
Whoa, whoa.
Herraduras de caballero. Mierda. Me sentí mal por no matar a ese cucho, hombre. Igual se murieron todos. Ah, qué verga.
Go!
Voy a soltar esa ropa robada. Vale, verga. ¿Qué es? Esto lo suelto. Lo suelto, lo suelto. Lo suelto, lo suelto. Esto sí me gusta.
Greetings, sir.
I'm Henry. And you must be the local gravedigger, right?
Ignatius, master of the sod, at your service. Looking for a final resting place, are you? Or do you need to bury a dead goat?
I'm more interested in the grave digging profession as a whole.
Ah, once you try it, you'll never want to do nothing else till the day you die.
What's the story with the dead people?
The story? They're dead. What more is there to tell?
But you said there's been a lot of people dying around here recently, right?
Well, it ain't usual for people to get offed by the cartload out here in the sticks, if you ask me. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Hadn't really thought about it that way.
That might be the reason, then, hey?
What?
Look, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just saying there's a lot of people dying. If things keep up like this, I'll be out of work in no time. There'll be no one left to bury.
You got a big cemetery here. Pretty nice, too.
Ain't it? But being the gravedigger, I'll never have a place of my own here. They'll throw me by the wall like a dog and bury me without ceremony. But when I'm dead, I won't care. If it was up to me, I'd even bury the suicides in hallowed ground. We're all equal before death and the Lord. This game of better and worse places of final rest don't count for nothing.
Being a gravedigger must be a lonely job, eh? What are your duties?
Funny a young lad like you is so interested in grave digging. Not something you see every day.
Well, I'm only asking. No real reason.
That figures. Youngsters these days wouldn't know hard work if it bit 'em on the arse. It's no wonder I can't find any help.
Are you offering me a job?
No. I'm giving you a warning. You ain't cut out for this trade.
And how do you know that?
You've got that look. I can spot it a mile away.
Could you be more specific?
You just aren't cut out for it, and that's that. A gravedigger needs passion. A sense of duty ain't enough. It's a service, a labour of love, and the meaning of life all in one, lad.
Have you been a gravedigger your whole life? Have you ever thought of changing your trade?
I did think about it once, if I'm honest. I wanted to be a knacker in Yitchin, but some fool with friends in high places got the job, though he can't even tell a shovel from a spade. That really pissed me off, so I said, fuck it. Why might I want to dig graves for people who don't appreciate my craft?
So you've always been here otherwise?
And what of it? Do you think I get bored here? Not recently, I don't. But I think I told you that already.
I'm not from these parts, and I've seen a few conciliation crosses around here. What do they mean?
The same as where you come from, I reckon. They mark spots where the sins of man came to be regretted later.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
Aye, like when a fella buries an axe in someone's head over something stupid and then comes to regret it. Or if the law sees to it that he regrets it. The sinner then has to erect a conciliation cross to mark the site of his evil deed.
Where does he get the cross from?
Where do you think? From me.
You're in charge of that too? Stone cutting?
I know how to cut a cross out of stone. And what of it? With the soft sandstone around here, it's child's play.
So they're all your work?
I wish. I've only sold 2 or 3 recently. Most of these here are right old. You might find a few stories about them in the village chronicle what's kept at the rat house. All I know is a young fella once jumped off the cliffs near Takoff, and folks say the place is cursed.
Do you know any more stories?
Aye, I do, but I'm not telling you any. I'm not an old fishwife.
Unfortunately, I had to bury both my parents recently.
My condolences, lad.
Thank you. I just don't know if it was done right.
Did you witness their deaths?
Unfortunately. They were killed in front of my eyes.
Oh, I understand that's never easy. But if you closed their eyes and buried them in consecrated ground, you've nothing to worry about.
I dug their grave next to our smithy. We didn't have a church in our village.
Well, that can't be avoided sometimes. Don't let it bother you. As long as you picked the spot with good intentions, that's all that matters. I'm certain their souls went straight to heaven. You needn't worry. You did everything right, lad.
Ignatius, I'm going to need your help.
Of course. How many are there? Where do you want to bury them? Shall we grind the teeth up, or do you want to take them away in your purse?
None of that. I have a different, slightly unusual request. Bonnie from Lower Semine sent me. We're looking for a saltpeter pit.
From Lower Semine? What pit?
A saltpeter pit.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that. What's it supposed to be? A pit to hell?
Nah, it's actually just a pit full of carcasses. These white crystals form on the walls of it, and that's exactly what we're after.
Ah, now I get it. You should have said you're looking for the pit I throw carcasses into. What's all this about Salty Peter? I'm going to go there anyway, so I'll take you there.
Really? That was easier than I thought.
Not even a chicken scratches in the dirt without hope of reward, though. You'll help me with something first. I have some collections from some Slatigo farmsteads, and I'd be a fool if I didn't use a helping hand. At least one day I can take it a bit easy.
You want me to help you with your grave-digging business?
Why not? You look like a strong fella. You'll be a good helper.
Pagarle con carne. ¿Cómo que pagarle con carne?
Oh, dragging carcasses around isn't exactly a respectable job. But so be it. I'll help you.
No, no sé qué era pagarle
What
con
else can I
carne.
do?
Grave digging is a job like any other. Sooner or later, everyone needs our services. And if it wasn't for us knackers, folk would have to deal with their animal carcasses themselves.
Of course, I understand. I'm just a little worried about what people will say about me when they see me with you. I wouldn't like to lose the honor I've earned as squire to a nobleman.
Don't worry about what people say. They'll only strip you of your honor if you let them. So what then? Shall we take a nice little ride with my boys Snorter and Dragonfly here? Nice and early, at daybreak.
Let's get this over with then.
Didn't you understand me? We ain't going nowhere now. Like I said, be here at daybreak. That's between night and day. Do you understand?
I understand. I'll come at dawn.
Pues nada. ¿Qué más se le va a hacer? Túnel en los riscos. Por aquí yo tenía una... ¿Esto dónde era? Campamento, campamento, cueva. Ah, este. Mm, era aquí. Ok. Campamento, campamento. ¿Dónde era esta mierda?
That looks like a map. Carved into the rock.
Ah, what?
Here, mutt!
¿Será esta cueva? No, creo que dice que es más hacia acá. El camino está esta bifurcación. Y luego aparece... otra cueva. Pero no creo que sea esta cueva la que dijo, la que aparecía esto. Ay, con un rato me caigo. Me choca que haga eso el caballo. Si te estoy diciendo que es por una puta dirección, porque tienes que pegar esos giros.
Good men, so you can avoid danger.
Par por acá. Dios.